Hi everyone, it's me, Sailor Mars, Raye here, and today I'm gonna talk about why I don't use Google Hangouts anymore, or YouTube live streaming, or whatever you want to call it. Now, at one time I used to use Google Hangouts, and this would have been from December of 2015 AD all the way up until, I'm gonna say, June of 2016 AD. Now, why was I even using Google Hangouts in the first place? Because back in December of 2015 AD, YouTube decided to phase out webcam capture, a feature that YouTube had from 2005 AD all the way up until 2015 AD. Now, why did they phase out webcam capture? I don't know, and I still think it was a really sad move. Now, I guess for some reason, and I have no theories over why it was done, maybe YouTube felt that there were more people using video file upload and using live streaming, or what was also now as Google Hangouts, versus YouTube video file, YouTube webcam capture. So for some reason, YouTube decides to phase out that feature. Now, you would think that would be fine if you already had a program that was compatible. Well, back then, I didn't know that you had to put in video record in the Google Web Store. If I would have put in that, then not popped all those programs, and I could have been using them back then. But I didn't know. I was so desperate, I was putting in all kinds of things. I put video processor thinking it was going to bring up programs like ArcSoft Video Processor, ArcSoft Webcam Companion, or Cyberlink Power Director. But, of course, I was putting in the wrong keywords. So I assumed there were no programs in a Google Web Store. So I always just had no choice but to use Google Hangouts as my alternative to making videos. Now, this would go on for about a year. Or at least, yes, it would. Up until one day in June, Google Hangouts started having some malfunction where it wouldn't let me do my solo live stream video. It kept on directing me to video conferencing, claiming that I wanted a video conference when I never used it as video conferencing. Now, yes, a lot of people on YouTube tend to use it as a video conferencing tool, but I never used Google Hangouts for that. So, because of that, I go back onto webcam, I go back to Google Web Store, and this time put in video record, and up pops all kinds of different video webcam recorder programs. Okay, some of them were crappy and didn't work very well, like the online video recorder that only worked good for about a month and a half, making me have to use a native video recorder that I'm currently still using to this day. Now, the reasons I don't use Google Hangouts anymore is because, one, it's not easy. All I had to do was bring up Native Video Recorder, hit the record button. There, my video's starting. I'm recording. Not with Google Hangouts. First, you had to come on and put in your title, your description, your tags, set all your videos, set all your commenting settings, your rating settings. Then you had to click start. You had to wait for it to start up. Then you had to start doing your recording. Okay? You couldn't change the feeds. For example, it records in high definition and you can't change it. So if you're not in the high definition recording, then that was too bad. Then the other sad thing is, let's say you stopped your video. Well, you couldn't go back and do it again. You had to go through the whole Google Hangouts process again because there was no re-record thing. And because it was in high definition, it would take longer to upload and process the said video. So it was a pain in the butt. basically it was a lot time consuming. And after it had one of those screw ups that it had that one day, I said I was never ever going to use it ever again. And I never will use it ever again. Okay? So that's the reason why I don't use Google Hangouts anymore, or YouTube live streaming, as YouTube also calls it. Because it was too complicated, too time consuming. Not complicated, but it was just too time consuming. I mean, if I was still using it, chances are the videos would all be in high definition and I wouldn't be able to change the thumbnails. That's right. A lot of videos on Google Hangouts, YouTube live streaming, you can't change the thumbnails. Yeah, whatever thumbnail the system chooses, that's the thumbnail. You can't change it. Unlike YouTube video file upload, where you can actually change the thumbnail to one of the free thumbnails that the system chooses, but you can always choose it yourself. You can't do that with Google Hangouts, YouTube live streaming. So because of an error that happened one time, because being too time consuming, I'll never ever use it again. Okay? So that's it. I'm Sailor Mars, Raye. Hope you enjoyed this video.